as we all know, the real impact of the storm wasn't that ferocious wind, and it isn't until later that day, Monday the 29th, really in the afternoon, that we realized what had happened to our city and that
the walls are down. It means that the city's going to fill up.
I remember standing in the cafeteria looking toward the expressway, and the water was coming around through the fence under the expressway like the rapids of the Colorado River.
Those of us who were going to produce and manage had to get out of that building fast.
We waited for everybody to load onto the trucks. Every truck was sputtering and wanting to, die on you as you're driving out.
And one division of trucks ended up sending a truck back into the city to establish our news bureau here. Our trucks ended up in Baton Rouge, where we had left in such a hurry that we really didn't have any equipment.
It was within the week that things were set up in Baton Rouge. And interesting enough, so many of our local clients were going through what we were going through, right? They had employees scattered all over, just like we did. So they had similar stories that were quite interesting when we did connect, because the first conversation was, how are you?
We were on the old wedding reception tables with wedding reception chairs. They ran network cable in big giant wads over the ceiling down into hanging there loose in the rooms, and we would plug the network cables into the computers and we would rock and roll.
For the next 6 weeks, reporters and photographers covered the story from New Orleans and posted to NOLA.com as the Baton Rouge crew produced the printed paper. One of the signal events of that period occurred when the first hard copies of Times-Picayunes were distributed at the convention center, a place where thousands of people were stranded after the storm.
These folks were stuck at the convention center, and we show up with a bundle of papers. We didn't have food. We had newspapers. And you have folks, like scavengers, just grabbing these things. And I would have to say they devoured the news in those newspapers.
So for us, it was the advent of the digital age where we realized that in these kinds of circumstances, how quickly you get news up on the site for people to see becomes really, really important.
The site just exploded. Obviously, it was such a tool for people that were displaced to stay in touch with what was going on.
Since Katrina, the people of the New Orleans region, and really across the state of Louisiana, have expected us to be there for them.
it foreshadowed what was going to be our future and what already has become our destiny.
One thing is for sure, the way they get news and information is changing rapidly as they move more to smartphones and tablets and other digital devices.
Katrina, I think, taught us all a lesson in fighting through the hard times, resilience.
We see the 10th anniversary of Katrina as an opportunity to write about, but it's also an opportunity to celebrate the extraordinary future of this great city.